Hey guys, my name is Donna and I assist childcare owners in paying the least amount in taxes. Yes, I help childcare owners to stop paying more than their fair share in taxes, and also I assist childcare owners in doubling their revenues on an annual basis with different accounting and tax strategies. Okay, so in this video today, I want to specifically talk about the top 3 ways that you, if you're watching this video, I'm assuming you're a childcare owner, that you as a childcare owner can pay $0 in taxes legally. Okay, that's what this video is about. So I had a client who brought in over $150,000 in revenue for the tax year of 2021, which is, we're typically still in that tax year, even though the season is over. But if you filed an extension, you're typically still in that tax year. But this particular client brought in over 150 grand in revenue, and we were able to assist that client in paying $0 in taxes by implementing these 3 strategies that I want to talk to you about as the childcare owner. Okay. Now, the first strategy was we had to ensure that this particular childcare owner's business was formed correctly. That is a major factor, because there are many times where the business owner, their business is formed incorrectly. And if your business is formed incorrectly, that can cause you to pay more taxes than you're actually owed, because you may pay taxes at a higher tax rate than if you were formed in this particular entity or this particular formation. So let me break it down a little bit more. Let's say, for example, that you are a sole proprietor. And of course, as a sole proprietor, you're taxed on everything. And when we start to dig into your finances and your bank statements and all those things, we find out that a sole proprietor is not beneficial for you as the childcare owner. Maybe you should be taxed as an LLC. Maybe we need to inform you, hey, you need to restructure your business formation. You probably need to be an LLC, and this is why, from a taxable standpoint. When you're a sole prop and you brought in this significant amount of income, you're going to be taxed this way. However, let's say you're an LLC, taxable as an S Corp, and you brought in over 6 figures, you're going to be taxed this way. So it really depends on how your business is formed in regards to if you end up having a tax liability or if you don't. So you definitely want to make sure that your childcare is structured or formed, whatever term you want to use. You need to make sure that that is done correctly. Okay. The second thing we had to ensure for this particular client was the bookkeeping. Bookkeeping is very important. And I want to stretch it and go as far to say is accurate bookkeeping, because you can have bookkeeping all day long, but if your transactions are not categorized accurately, if your bookkeeping is not done accurately, it serves no purpose to have bookkeeping because your numbers are wrong. So we cleaned up this particular client's books. We ensured that her transactions were accurately categorized. And this, because we made sure that her bookkeeping was on point, we were able to clearly see what the client's business expenses deductions were for the 2021 year. So we made sure that the client was formed correctly. We made sure that the client's bookkeeping was accurate, and we made sure that the client was able to see clearly where her business expense deductions were. Okay. When you see what your business expense deductions were, then you can accurately prepare your tax returns to take advantage of those business expense deductions to bring your tax liability legally lower. Okay. But if she would not have had her bookkeeping cleaned up, if she would not have had her bookkeeping in order, there would have been absolutely no way we would have been able to see her business expense deductions that she could take advantage of, and that she did actually take advantage of. Also, if we would have not drilled down into her business formation to see, hey, is this childcare even formed correctly from a business standpoint? I'm not talking about from a state tech standpoint in regards to your license and how many children you can enroll and things like that. I'm specifically talking about from the Secretary of State standpoint. Are you an LLC? Are you a sole prop? Are you an LLC taxable as an S corp? Are you a C corp? Things like that. That is what I'm referring to. So these things are very important, because had the client had not done these three things when she came to us, she would have overpaid in taxes. She would have had a tax liability that was out of this world. She would have been, utilizing money, paying money back to the IRS that she could have very well been using to put back into her business, or using to, purchase a further business venture that she may have had goals to purchase or things like that. So not only did it save her money, but it also helped her to utilize the money that she saved to put back in her business and utilize it for things to assist her business and growth. Okay, so all of that plays a big role. So if you are listening to this video, and if you find yourself as a childcare owner going through these things, not knowing if your bookkeeping is done accurately, yes, again, you may have bookkeeping, but is it being done accurately? Are you categorizing your transactions accurately? So on and so forth from a month-to-month basis. If this is you and you see that, I don't even know if my child care is structured correctly, I don't know if we're formed correctly, I just did what I thought I should do, or what I've heard this child care owner doing or this child care owner doing, you have to understand everybody's child care is different. There's not one child care that is the same. So again, if you find yourself having these questions in the back of your mind, not knowing if you're formed correctly, not knowing if your bookkeeping is done, if you have this fear that you have not been keeping track of your financial records, so of course, yes, you are missing business deductions. Missed business deductions mean increased tax liabilities, which means more money paid to the IRS that you more than likely possibly didn't need to pay. You can use that money for something else. So if you find yourself in this situation, there is a link below this video. Click the link, and I have set aside some time to speak with you, and I'll assist you in these areas if you are having trouble. Thank you, and I look forward to talking to you soon.